I'm going to start a new series and it's going to be based on 4 different criteria, and I'm hoping that it's going to help you as a wig buyer in buying your wig, whether that's your first wig or your seasoned wear and you're just looking for details on each specific wig. So I'm going to base it on the comfort level. Is it beginner friendly? The density of the cap or wig itself, the realism of the wig. So does it look real when you get real close? I'm gonna do it on one of the new wigs with Renee of Paris. This is the Isla style. And I wanted to compare these colors too, because the one that I'm wearing is a Belle Tress butterbeer color, and this one is the color sea salt blonde. So they're very similar. If you guys can see that in the color depth and variety of color, the rooting is very, very similar. If you like the butterbeer with Belle Tress, you're probably gonna like this color with Renee of Paris. The inside of this one, you've got that wide monofilament lace space. So it is directed right in the center, but if you wanted to hug one side or the other, because it's so wide, you could technically make it a side part. And then you've got that extended lace in the front. This one is an open wefted cap, so it's allowing a lot of ventilation and airflow through that cap. You've got the Velcro adjusters, and this one has the soft ear tabs as well. I wanted to show you this right out of the box too before I get my hands in there and really make it my own, so you can really see what it looks like. This one has those bangs in the front, but they're a longer bang, almost like a face framing layer on this one. It is very, very light on my head. Like, it feels so comfortable. I will say, as far as the fit goes, I'm a petite size head, and I would say if you're anything bigger than a standard, might not be your gal. All right, and then this is the hairline, nice and close. It looks very, very realistic. It is blending right in with my skin tone, if you guys can see that. And like I said, if you wanted to take this and hug that side, right, you're gonna be able to part more on the side, either to the right or the left. Let's do a 360 front. You can see those layers, the bangs, and if you wanted to cut them, you totally could, because you've got that extended lace in the front. So that lace on me is going to stop about here. So everything below that, you're gonna have that hard lace look. Side, back, side. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take it off, give it a little bit of volume, redirect the hair where I want it to go, and then put it back on. Then we'll talk about how many stars I'm giving this beautiful wig. So anytime you want to give some wig some volume, because maybe it looks too flat on the top, which can make it look a little bit wiggy, depends on how you wear your hair. I typically like a little bit of volume up here just because I don't have the volume naturally up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip the wig upside down, and I'm going to blow dry some heat, some hot air inside that top crown. Now, you can melt the lace, so be very careful. So typically what I do is I'll let it heat it for about 2 or 3 seconds and then take it away, and do that 2 or 3 times until I feel like it's warm enough, and then I shoot it with cool air. Now, before I flip this upside down, I really want to make sure that that hair is completely cooled. Otherwise, it's not going to give me the effect that I'm hoping for. Sometimes you do have to do it a couple times. Just depends how warm you really get it the first time. So don't worry if it doesn't do it the first time, just try it again. Okay, now let's talk about the comfort scale of 1 to 5 on a comfort level. For me personally, I would say it's a 5 out of 5. It feels very comfortable on my head. I don't feel like it's going to shift on me. I did adjust the back just ever so lightly to make it a little bit more taunt on my head, since my head is so small. The realism of the wig, again, 5 out of 5 here. Like, I'm in your face right now and you can't tell that there's a hairline at all. It is amazing. Okay, so this is a monofilament lace front wig, and it looks very realistic. I would say it is honestly a good beginner wig, but if you wanted to add volume and you don't feel used to that or good enough, if you don't feel comfortable or confident in that, that's the only reason I would put it a 4 out of 5. But it's short, it's easy. There is a little bit of permatease in this crown. So let me see if I can show you what that means. So like there's little hairs I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but there's little hairs towards the base of the scalp of the wig. And what that does is it helps create volume. So really all you have to do is get your hands in there, except for where that monofilament lace lies. Then you have to get in there with heat to add that volume. But otherwise, if you just wanted to kind of floof it up during the day, that permatease is really great for that. And it also helps hide some of that cap. So if the wind were to blow and you're worried about that cap being revealed, the permatease helps hide some of that. Density wise, even though it does have the permatease, I would put it a 5 out of 5. Like, it is very, very light. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not a ton of hair. Like, not at all. It's very light, and I've tried a lot of wigs. Definitely a 5 out of 5 for the density. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, share it with somebody you know that might benefit from it too. You can find this wig at Holly Wigs Boutique. Stay tuned for my next review.